What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Multiverse. Tonight is a special Matrix Superman stream. Hopefully you guys having a good one. We're running incredibly late, so Paper Mario for our VIP channel member, Gamer Gal, will be late. Late. At least, I think it's Gamer Gal. I was just talking to her. I'm all out. Like, the last conversations are just kind of getting weird. Also, reminder, if you guys say anything about wild accusations about the channel, you will be banned. I'm not playing anymore. I will also see you as a detractor. You'll be added to my list for people to be indicted. So, because how do I know you're not involved with the hackers? I don't. You'll have to prove it. So just bear in mind, I'm not playing around anymore. Any type of buzzwords, any type of allegations, things like that, you guys will be added to the police report. So bear in mind. But if you're not one of those people, you don't have to worry about it. But I'm not playing around anymore. Kids' gloves are off. It's been 4 years. I'm done. But anyway, if you guys want to play, you guys know how this works. I'll send you an invite. We're going to be playing as Matrix Superman tonight. If you get an invite, cool. If not, no worries. And again, sorry for the late start. We had 2 streams that lasted for a very long time. Very, very long time. Well, it looks like Marissa can bail me out with her Superman, because my Superman's going to be bad. Oh yeah, we have a large list of detractors, as well as some of them whose names have been submitted to police reports. Yes, because I think that they're responsible for the hacking. Or at least they know people who are involved with it. I'm not playing anymore. SJWs are my enemies, and I'm gonna take them down. No quarter. I give no quarter to my enemies whatsoever. If you're innocent, prove it. It's a crazy world, Raz. I'm okay. I'll be fine once justice is served, though. I got a lot of bottled up aggression. 4 years of anger, resentment. Don't worry, I'll take care of these people someday. But I'm going to do it the right way. So don't worry about it. I already have police reports on people. I have tons of information. I have met with the DA. We're going to get these hackers. Don't worry about it. And I'm going to find out the ringleaders responsible and take them down. They're my hobby.
By the goddess. Looks like we're in for quite the fight.
It's my lucky rabbit's foot. On it.
How it's going is they can prove their innocence in the court of law. But I am seeking criminal charges against a lot of people. I'm just saying.
It's my lucky rabbit's foot. Up and away. You'll get a kick out of this one.
Sorry, Marissa. I said I'm not very good. I meant it. Superman's not my main. He's not even my wheelhouse of characters that I can play as.
It's my lucky rabbit's foot. Up and away.
The time for grace is over. Now is for revenge.
Whoa.
Just breathe.
That's right, Marissa's got my back. The problem I have with Superman is it feels like he's not a very good tank character anymore. He used to be able to take a lot of hits. And maybe some people can let me know, but didn't he have like some type of shield ability or something that used to make him invulnerable or something? He doesn't seem to have that anymore. Not that I've seen.
Match point for blue team.
Aw, sorry, Marissa.
You lose.
Back on Themyscira. I had harder workouts before breakfast.
Looks like somebody is a sore loser.
Batman is my favorite character to play as, along with Shaggy. Is this still glitched? Tier 74? Wasn't the new Insanity boss fun to beat? Well, I mean, you cheesed it, and I appreciate that. I think you cheesing it was pretty awesome. How many days do we have until the next Rift, anyway? Tomorrow! Age of Smith is tomorrow. Okay. Okay. I'll do the other Rifts later. Alright, let's go, Marissa. So with the Age of Smith, will we be able to unlock Agent Smith tomorrow? Or no? Like, how are they doing this whole 2-week early thing?
Let's get this started.
I don't want to hurt you.
I've got this.
Now take it. Good hand.
A strong man from the stars against a child.
Whoops.
How is this done?
Oh wow, I did something.
You're going on my list now. Careful.
Easy, cats. Don't you start fighting now. So yeah, we have a really long night ahead of us tonight, just so you guys know. Multiversus is probably not going to wrap up until close to 2 in the morning. And then, well, actually it'd be 1 in the morning. And then I have a, around 1:30 I have a ultimate stream for Paper Mario, the N64 game.
Match point for blue team.
A strong man from the stars
Whoa.
against a child. How is this fair?
Success.
Because Spy Family ran for 3 hours, I think. Yeah, 3 hours and, what was it, 20 minutes?
One more for the
The other stream didn't start until a certain amount of time. And I couldn't exit the game until I got to a certain point. So that's why that ran a long time. And this stream, who knows how long this stream is going to go. Because I want to make sure that we get as close to 1,000 views as possible for this stream.
Let's get this started.
But do you think it's possible to unlock him tomorrow? Guys, stop fighting. Come on. Back off, furballs. Link especially, stop.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Good hand.
The kicked man is strong. Time for a new strategy.
Watch out! You're in for it now.
Match point for blue team.
We're in overtime.
I'm being so cheesy with Superman. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's fun to punch people.
We doing?
Like, Superman is really strong.
I just hope I made a difference.
Okay, I think that's 3 with you, Marissa. Let's see.
I am vengeance.
Yeah,
I am
that's
the
3.
night.
So we're 2 for 3. 2 for 1. Whatever. Thanks for playing. So it looks like we have a short list of people that is here. That's Zion. That's Dozenar. I don't know who that is. That's somebody. Who we got? Dozenar, what's up? Age of Smith tomorrow? But the thing is, we only need... If this really unlocks tomorrow, I mean, that would be awesome. Because... There's going to be... What? Isn't there a new rift opening tomorrow? Enter the rift. Yeah, the Age of Smith opens tomorrow, so that'll probably have 2 tiers. Is tomorrow July 10th? No. Tomorrow's not July 10th. 7 hours and 14 minutes. Yeah, this is opening tomorrow. This is opening in 7 days. Insanity's not available. July... Wait. Looney is in 20... It's in 2 days. Okay, 2 days is Looney. But if the Age of Smith has like 3 difficulties unlocked, day 1... It is very theoretical that you could unlock Agent Smith tomorrow. It's still not 2 weeks, though. Nowhere close to 2 weeks. Oh, not this stage. Doesn't are. Have I seen 3 ninjas? Are you talking about surf ninjas or 3 ninjas? I have Matrix Superman. I grinded the rifts. What do you mean? You guys were here for most of my streams, weren't you? I grinded the rifts like crazy. Did an insane amount of grinding. How many live streams did Multiversus did I do in June? I did a ton of them. I had to do at least like 40 streams of Multiversus, I think. My playlist is kind of broken for Multiversus, so I can't tell you how many I did in reality because I don't know myself. Uh-oh. Well, these guys are getting toast because that was a very honorable thing they did. They could have easily beaten the match because Dozenar's connection cut out. Like, these guys deserve toast because that was... I mean, what you just saw there, that was a very, very honorable thing they did because they kept playing the match. They didn't kill Dozenar's character because he would have just endlessly ran off the screen. Like, everybody needs to give these people props. Like, the Velma and... The Velma and the Lebron player. Like, that is... Those are pretty cool people. I don't know why I can't give them toast, though. That's kind of annoying. Because I would totally toast them. These are cool players. Remember these guys. If you see these guys, these are decent people. They're good guys. Good players. They earn my respect. I'm almost there to getting level 20. Yeah, but there's no rifts left for me to unlock anymore, so... These are bots? Hey Richard, how you doing? Yep, I'm gonna wake Amber up to do verses later after I'm done. After I eat my dinner and I've finished the Paper Mario stream, I'm gonna wake her up so we can record versus videos. Otherwise, we're not gonna get any traction. Uh-oh. Oops. Ah, I couldn't pull out of that. Whoops. I guess I couldn't recover from that. So once you fly once, that's it? Oh, shoot. The game is still muted. Sorry, guys.
Only a few seconds left. Let's go!
Iron Giant is really cool. He's still nerfed, though, isn't he? Are there any games that I am into that I don't make videos for? I play Elden Ring off camera. I play Stellar Blade off camera. Let's see, what else do I do? I play some mobile games on my phone every once in a while. Was playing a cool ninja game, but I forgot the name of it a while ago. But mostly, I watch anime off camera. I don't... By the time I'm done streaming, because I stream, like, over 9 hours a day. Doesn't you just wanted to do 2, or you wanted to do 3? Please claim your battle pass tier? How do I do that? I'll get to you in a little bit, Phantom. I want to finish with Dozenar if he comes back. Yeah, can you guys walk me through this? Because you say I can claim something in the Battle Pass. What can I claim? Oh, I just did it like that. Okay. Oh, are you done then, Dozenar? All right, Phantom, send the invite then. Dozenar said he's done. He's good. Send the invite when you can. Yeah, so I mean, you know, I'm a pretty chill streamer, but I'm dealing with a lot of stuff behind the scenes, especially with all the, you know, constant hacking that you guys literally, we had a stream get destroyed yesterday. So I left that stream up not only for evidence, but also like people were watching it, so I monetized the crap out of that stream to make back whatever I could, you know? But like if I see people saying certain buzzwords and doing stuff that, you know, is creating false allegations, all this other crap, one, your name's getting added to my list for people to be indicted. Two, you're getting banned. And three, you know, you're added to the police report about possibly being connected to the hackers. Because that's who the hackers are. People like that. And I'm done giving people the benefit of the doubt. I don't care anymore. My priorities is to protect my wife and myself. Screw the rest of you that are evil. I don't care about you. If your house suddenly exploded, I wouldn't care. I'd say you deserve it. There's only two types of people in this world, good and evil. My haters are all evil, so I don't give a rat's butt about you. I really don't. If I can throw a lot of you in jail, I'm going to. That'll make my day. That'll make my year, in fact. Because I've been putting up with it for 4 years. And I'm done being everybody's Mr. Rogers. I really am. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Remember, remind me to unmute, guys, after this level. Because I haven't muted right now. Oh, that's a nice little combo you can do with Superman. That's it. Thank you, Phantom. I'm not a leftist. I'm a centrist. Or an independent. I really don't like politics, though. The only thing I will admit to being is I am a Christian. I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I am a married man. I love my wife. I like my job. I like my fans. I hate my enemies. That's all you need to know about me. I don't swear. I don't drink. But if you get on my bad side, I'm coming after you. There's no quarter. I don't believe in it. I believe fair is fair. You try to get me fired, I get you fired. You try to cause me harm, I cause you harm. That's how I roll. There is no middle ground. There's no negotiation. If you're evil, you get taken care of. That's it. That's how I roll. That's how I live my life. That's my philosophy. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Or face hell. I've been Mr. Nice Guy for 4 years with these hackers, and I'm done. So when I catch them, and I will, it's going to be the happiest day of my life. I'm not even concerned about the national attention that it's going to get, because it's going to be something that's not precedented. Because most of these YouTubers, I will tell you right now, when they get a hold of their hackers or whatever, or not their hackers, when they get in touch with their haters and they say they're suing them, I'm not suing anybody. I'm getting people arrested. I don't care about... I'd love to get back the money I've lost, but I want you behind... I want you in jail. I don't care. Why do a petty lawsuit when you can actually get people on criminal charges? That's my goal. I have a list of, like, things that I can indict people over. Like, actual criminal felony things that have been committed against me. Espionage, felonies, cyber attacks, written letters threatening to kill us. Not just emails, actually, like, letters coming to my house. People doxed me, all kinds of stuff. Why would I care about suing anybody? I don't want to sue anybody. I want to throw you in jail. That's what will make me happy, ruining your own life. Also, to prove that I'm correct. All you're going to do, what most of these idiots don't understand, is not only they, one, going to prove me correct, but also, like, they don't have anything that they can do against me in real life. I literally have a list of things that I can get them arrested for because they broke the law. Sabotaging, hacking my equipment, breaking into my website, breaking into my YouTube channel. All this stuff is real felonies in the state I live in. It's all part of my business. So some states have different laws, but Pennsylvania has very strict cybersecurity laws. Hacking, DDoSing is all considered part of cyber fraud. It's a real crime. Punishable with up to 40 years in prison, if convicted. And I'm going to seek the maximum prison sentence against these clowns. Like, when they are up for their hearing for good behavior, I'm going to drag up new things against them so that the judge throws the book another 40 years at them. They're never going to get out of jail. I won't allow it. An example needs to be made so that this stuff doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that happens behind the scenes, Stamber and I, yeah? Yep. Why do you think we don't go to conventions anymore?
Let's get this started.
We got stalked at conventions by weirdos. I get invited to conventions all the time. It's not safe for us to go there. These people are a serious threat. They're insane.
You have my shield, Superman. No matter what happens.
But yeah, all these YouTubers, they threaten. They say, oh, I'm going to sue so-and-so. It's like, if they've actually done something criminal against you, get them arrested. Stop threatening lawsuits. Lawsuits don't do anything. Lawsuits are costly. Getting someone arrested is free.
Going up.
Let their own crimes, like, put them away. Like, why make all these outlandish things? Oh, I'm going to sue so-and-so. It's like, so? They'll countersue you. Get them arrested. If they're innocent, they have to prove it in a court of law. It costs you nothing.
Sorry.
You thought you had me.
And the great thing about, in our country, if you commit a crime, if you can't afford a lawyer, the state will make a lawyer for you. You'll be given a lawyer so that you can go to court. I already have a lawyer, but I'm just saying. But personally, most of these people are all guilty and insane anyway, so they don't deserve to be walking among us. They've already jeopardized their freedom the moment they attacked me and attacked my business. They're cockroaches that need to be stepped on and thrown away.
you with the power of... who's the Greek god of punching?
Match point for blue team.
I'll treasure every bruise. You can too.
Match point for red team.
Thought you had me.
But that's what makes me different than a lot of these other YouTubers, because I see the YouTube things all the time. People saying, oh, I'm going to sue so-and-so, or somebody did a crime. It's like, if somebody has actually done a crime, do what I did, and go and make a police report. Go and talk to the district attorney. If you actually have a criminal case against someone, indict them. That's all you have to do. You don't have to make all the outlandish allegations and, oh, I'm going to do this to look big in front of your subscribers. Go to the police station and file a report. You can even have the police officer come to your house and they'll fill out the report. They'll take it down and then they'll go back on their computer. If someone is actually trying to harm you, harm your business, instead of, you know, trying to be all big on the internet, do your civic duty and get them arrested. My problem is, my criminals or terrorists that are attacking us, we haven't found their identity yet. When they do, their life is over. Because you cannot stop me. That's the difference between me and, you know, some of these other YouTubers, is their haters have actually made themselves publicly known. My hackers are cowards, and I have to go through tons of data logs to try to find their IP address. Thousands of data logs. So it's going to take time to get these freaks. But when I do, I'm going to be a lot happier. So yeah, I am angry. I'm not happy. Someday I'll be happy when they're behind bars. And it will happen because I don't give up. But you have to remember, I come from a family of police officers, so I know how to do things the right way. I'm the black sheep of my family. I didn't go into law enforcement. I became a YouTuber. Everyone else in my family are cops, military. I'm the only one that's the odd man out. I'm not an EMT. I'm not a police officer. I'm not in the army. Doesn't mean I don't know stuff. But it's, you know, it makes family stuff very difficult because, you know, Amber and I are very different than our family. Family gatherings is always awkward. Well, what do you do for a living? And that has caused us a lot of pain, personally. The only people who really liked what we did was my grandparents. And I only have my grandma left, and she's real old now. I'm amazed she still knows who I am. At one point, she thought I still did radio. I was like, no, Grandma, that was in my 20s. But most of my family are... I guess you would say disappointed with what I did. They wanted me to do something else with my life. It is what it is. I don't want to go into the rifts. That's Bear. Yeah, Phantom, you did good. The problem is, doing the stream this late, we're probably not going to get that many people that are going to want to play, because I get it. It's late. It really is. That's my bad for the streams being as late as they were. You guys don't even know this, but Spy Family got DDoSed today. My security equipment clicked in, though, in the clutch. But it did. If you go back and you watch the stream, you can see where it got hacked real quick. I just didn't make a mention of it. Amber's stream got hacked a little bit. It's an everyday thing. And it's exhausting. What people don't get about streaming is already very exhausting as it is. So then when you compile more stress on top of it, like the constant cyber attacks of our job, I mean, that's a lot of stress. So you get your energy zapped from live streaming, plus you have all these freaks attacking you. It weighs a lot on you. It really does. Okay, somebody tried to send me an invite, and then I accidentally canceled your invite. So if you want to try to send it again, you can. The game says I'm in a party with someone? Okay, we're exiting out then. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, I'm going to make the Monster Hunter thumbnail while I wait then, because you guys are getting Monster Hunter tomorrow. Part of me is kind of bummed that Spy Family is over, though, because Spy Family was such a very, like, chill game. I like this Zenless Zone thing, but I mean, and I'm just speaking completely honestly, while the game is very flashy and cool, I still give the game a 7 because it feels very repetitive. And what do I mean by that? Well, you've got sections where you can go and explore, and that's mostly fighting, right? Then you have combat areas where you just go in a skirmish and you fight. It's very flashy, very cool, very easy to play. Like, I could see, like, casual people really enjoying the gameplay because it's not hard. Eventually, you'll learn how to do, like, dodges with super attacks and all that other stuff. The problem is, unlike Genshin Impact, from what I remember, is a vast open world where you can go explore and do whatever you want. In Zenless Zone Zero, you are locked into only a couple actions that you can do. The free roaming is just kind of exploring the city that you're in, which is very small, by the way. And the combat, while fun and flashy, it's not very hard to execute. Where it feels like when I was in the beta for Genshin Impact, it had a lot more substance to it. Also, if you go back and you watch those older streams, what I used to do was I just kind of goofed off and ran all over the map. Like, it was like, oh, someone says you can't go there. I went there. I had people heckling me in the comments that said, you can't go to that mountain right now. You can't do anything once you get there. It's like, oh, I'm going. I saw the mountain, off I went. And don't get me wrong, I think linear games are fun to a degree, but I do like my fantasy games to be like this massive open world sometimes. And that's what was great about Genshin Impact. There we go, LeBron. How's it going? The invite is glitched. Yeah, it probably is. That's weird. Most played character is Jason Voorhees, but it says play more matches. Okay. LeBron. It's funny that their name is LeBron, but you don't see LeBron. But what I'm very thankful for is our community that we have here. Like, you guys, not just the Multiversus people, but like the channel members, the ultimates, You guys are super important. Like, you always have been. Amber and I are always eternally grateful for everything that you guys did. Because for years, you know, this channel was purely ad revenue. It's not the case anymore. Like, ad revenue basically doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. When we lost the channel that one day in October, it was probably the scariest day of my life. October 18th, 2020 was one of the hardest days of my life. And I almost did have a heart attack that day. Because all the stress. Like, your entire business was gone in one day. And then when you got your business back, it didn't work anymore. Like, I didn't know how I was gonna piece my life back together 4 years ago. I didn't have this grand plan. I didn't have this attitude like, oh, okay, you know, I'm Kwing. I'm gonna pull myself out of the dirt, and everything's gonna be fine. It's like, I didn't have that attitude like the day of the hacking. I didn't know what to do. I was completely powerless. I had no idea what was gonna happen the next day. You know, it was between what happened to Amber in 2018. It was the longest and hardest day of my life. Because you didn't know what was going to happen. And also, the hardest thing with being on the internet is you need a hacker to fight a hacker. And luckily we had a computer-savvy person who was able to get our channel back then. You know, they were part of our company. So they did the impossible. They got our channel back in one day, when back then, if a YouTube channel was hacked, it was gone for weeks. So we did the unprecedented thing of getting our channel back within one day. But I didn't sleep at all that day. It was a long, dark, and terrible day, and I will never forget it. And it caused me to become a lot smarter with stuff. And the thing is, I've actually talked to YouTube about ways that they could protect their subscribers, but they don't care. That's the sad thing. Like, channels today are still hacked by Bitcoin scammers and stuff like that, and they have their channels sold off. Which, people don't know this, but when your channel gets hacked by someone, what they do is, the reason why it takes a long time to get your channel back is they sell it off to somebody. And then YouTube has to basically go and get the channel back somehow. But like, these hackers, the reason why they go after these big YouTubers or channels with 100,000, 1 million, 5 million, 900,000 is because they have somebody in the wings to bid for your channel. And it doesn't matter if people know that they're going to lose the channel. Like, most of these hackers think that they're going to get to keep the channel anyway. But that's what takes so long to get stuff back, is when these guys get a hold of your channel, they mess it up internally. Like, it's like if you get a car and the engine gets wrecked. Like, the car may look the same, but it's never going to run the same because damage was done to the engine. So when the channel was hacked, the question that I hate getting so much is, can you fix the channel? No. Because we can't replace the channel's engine. You can't. Or if you look at it like a body part, it has a bad heart, it has a bad brain. You can't do anything about it. You can learn to, you know, work in your parameters as best you can, but it will never, ever be the same. Ever. That's the hardest thing. So that's the one question that I hate. And I don't mean any disrespect to people, but that's the one that really makes me annoyed. Is like, is there anything you can do? It's like, no. Because I have literally exhausted every financial thing. I've read so many YouTube, like, dashboard-related things, like documents and things like that, to try to find if there's a way for a channel to come back after that. There are only two options available to a YouTuber. You can either make a new channel and start over again. You could retire, or you can keep going. Those are your three options. So Amber and I chose, we chose an option that didn't exist. We kept going. Which, you know, in hindsight, I don't know sometimes if it was the right call or not. But, I mean, we worked so hard on this channel for 12 years prior to the hacking, so it's like giving up didn't seem like to be an option. But the only way that they would be able to fix this thing is if, like, they had people at YouTube who actually understood the inner mechanics to their engine, and they don't.
Match point for red team.
Amazons never hold back.
Because the people that made this platform are gone. The people that run it basically have like a user manual when you buy a car. They don't know how the car runs. They just have the manual to it. And they don't even have the right tech support. That's the easiest explanation I could give people. When you buy a vehicle, you're given like the user manual for your car. But do you know how the inner mechanics of the car work? No, you don't. But you have the manual. You can open your glove box at any time and you can look it over. But just because you have the knowledge, it doesn't mean you can actually do anything with it. You know what I mean? So that's the impasse that we're at. Yeah. If you crumple a piece of paper and you uncrumple it, it'll never be the same. Yeah. If you break an action figure and then put screws back in its arm, there's going to be screws hanging out of its arm. So this channel is basically like a Frankenstein monster. The only reason it survives is because of our legion of memberships. That's why we push memberships. We are PBS, public broadcasting, made possible thanks to gamers like you. That's it.
Come on, Batman. You know how this ends.
My biggest regret is getting the channel hacked. It was my fault. I was working with Raid Shadow Legends, and what people don't understand about the hackers is they're too smart. So I was doing brand deals 4 years ago. I haven't done a brand deal in 4 years. I never will again, because that's what happened. It was a fake brand deal, but it looked like it was a legitimate company. They had a website that looked exactly like the dashboard of the Raid Shadow Legends organization that did stuff. And the offer to do a commercial for Raid was the same that I got paid a year before on the O1 channel. So everything looked legit, but it wasn't. And so because of that interaction, 2 weeks later, they took over our YouTube channel. They tried to get my bank accounts, they did everything. It was my fault. I hate myself for that so much to this day. Everything that happened to this channel was my fault. I was just trying to make ends meet because I was still paying for Amber's miscarriage from the hospital. And I needed the extra money. And I tried to find, you know, ways of paying for it through, you know, non-YouTube means, which was brand deals. And, you know, it turned out to be a fraud. It wasn't the real website. And because I didn't have... My PR agent retired at the time. So I was running the email. And he was good at, you know, really spotting scammers and all this other stuff. Okay, that Batman player is getting blocked.
That's right. I know all the banana martial arts.
Batman player is getting blocked. What's his name? Johnny something? Screw you.
Hello.
Oh, where is he?
I am vengeance. I am the night.
Where is he? Is this him? Yeah, it's you. I hate teabaggers. Block. Should report you for being a... Anyway. So yeah, what happened to this channel 4 years ago was my fault. I had noble means for doing it. You know, I was trying to pay back medical debt. And, you know, the brand deal was false. That sucked. But I think the hardest thing about that is, you know, I thought that, okay, nothing happened to our channel. Like, I heard people saying, oh, you know, these fake brand companies, they attack your channel. 2 weeks went by, no problem. Amber woke me up in tears saying that she was trying to live stream and she got kicked off her live stream and then the channel was gone. And, like, I had no idea what happened. We tried to get back into the channel. People had, like, other passwords. They had access to my email. I'm so glad that I had a dummy email for where our bank accounts are because, like, they got the channel email. And I don't have anything attached to it. There's nothing important attached to it other than accessing our YouTube channel. Like, I've been on the internet so many years, I got wise, you know? I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But, I mean, it was trying to explain to Amber everything and then later telling her it was my fault, how everything happened. That was the hardest thing I ever had to do. So that is my biggest regret, yes. So if I could get a do-over for that, I would have. It's not disrespectful, Daniel. We weighed in our options about redoing stuff. We did actually open another channel when we got hacked. YouTube refused to monetize it. So, I mean, even though YouTube knew us, like, there was a time where you could easily, as a creator, you could open up as many channels as you want, and they would partner it. They refused to partner it. You know. So, I mean, the likelihood of us getting partnered and even getting our subscribers to move over, because, like, we noticed as soon as we got the channel back the day after, like, we could barely get a hold of our subscribers, and we're like, that's weird, because the notification system had been around for a couple years, you know?
Let's get this started.
Link, get off that. Link, get off that. That's internet stuff. Get off that wire. Yeah. The notification system had been around since 2018, I think. So we were already getting used to it, but we used to be able to notify 25% of our notifications before October of 2020.
But if you insist.
And because of that, we were actually able to get people to go over to our Facebook and another website and follow us over there. But after the channel was hacked, then we ran into the problem of, like, you could now only notify 1,000 people a day in total. And that's not like 1,000 different people a day. That's 1,000 people. You don't know who's going to be notified and who won't be. So there would have been no way. When we released videos, I don't know if anybody saw this, but there was videos that we released after we were shadow banned, and Amber and I were horrified to see that those videos weren't getting 1,000 views. When before, we would post uploads and they would easily get 10, 20, 30,000 views for an upload. Because we weren't doing full-time streaming at that point. Streaming was, there was an upload, and there was an uploaded series, like an uploaded Let's Play from 2019, 2020, and there were live streams. There were 2 live streams a day. The live streams were at 4 o'clock, and then there was another live stream at 8 o'clock, and there was an upload at noon and 3. Right? After we got hacked, our uploads were pretty much destroyed overnight. And then Amber and I had to come up with a daring plan in order to survive, and that was live streaming 4 or 5 times a day. That was it. Because for whatever reason, the live stream still worked. until YouTube changed how live stream views were counted like 3 years later. Live streams worked for 3 years. No problems.
Pleasure was all mine.
But they've been trying to nuke their live streaming service because they don't want certain people on the platform for live streaming. So they've impacted live streaming for every creator because they're gunning for like 100 creators they don't like. And that is the truth. So every year or so they keep screwing with the streaming algorithm and the streaming like OS system. And it gets worse and worse every 6 months to a year. It gets worse. How they count views, how they count watch time, how they count what do they call it, real-time data, all that stuff, because they are systematically trying to get rid of 100 channels they don't like that use their live streaming service to make podcasts. This is what an ex-YouTube employee told me. Because they have a vendetta against these people that can get thousands of views or thousands of viewers on their podcasts every day. And they don't want those people on there. They've tried demonetizing them. And these people, a lot of them aren't monetized. They just get tons of viewership and they have like super chats and people go to their websites and donate and stuff like that. But they're using YouTube's platform to make these podcasts. And YouTube is not really a free speech platform. They say it is, but it isn't. There are certain people on this platform they want to get rid of. And that's one of the reasons they keep nuking their live streaming stuff. And you can see every 6 months, live streams get worse and worse. Because they're trying to systematically, like, stop these people from earning a living. So they don't care how it impacts the rest of us. They're literally trying to get rid of people. And you can see the damage that, you know, them messing around with live streaming has done to our channel. Because we rely on live streaming. And live streaming the past 6 months have been horrible here. Because barely any streams, even if you get the watch time, even if you get the viewers in there, they don't want to count it for 1,000 views because then they have to pay the creator. And they don't have an ad sales team anymore. They don't do their job. Because they're all idiots. They haven't had like a really good ad sales team since like 2020. In fact, the person who used to work at YouTube Gaming was brilliant, and the person they replaced him with is a Neanderthal. Like, they don't understand anything. I believe the person who works at YouTube Gaming now, like, used to work in the cooking department or the blog department. They don't know anything about gaming. They don't know what trends, they don't know what type of ads to ask, you know, to help YouTubers out that are in the gaming space. They don't know anything. It goes back to my original argument, what I said about basically you have somebody who bought a really nice car, but when the car has problems and needs maintenance, they don't know what to do to take care of the car. Because they're idiots. And that's where we are.
There is a superhero in all of
Pretty
us.
much.
We just
Is you have a bunch of people who are morons who don't know how to use their system properly. And the people who built this platform are long gone. They don't exist anymore. And eventually what's going to happen is, like, I hate to say it like this, but if you have people who don't understand how your platform works and you keep making all these crazy changes, eventually the entire system is going to collapse. So them messing with how live streaming works, their competitors are going to outperform YouTube streaming eventually. They also just lost one of their biggest streamers on the platform, and that has negatively impacted everybody. When Dr. Disrespect was gone, and he got demonetized, advertisers bolted. And YouTube's, like, CPM, that's usually pretty decent in the summer, is like $3.
Let's get this started.
So when they witch hunt, like, these big performers on the platform, it impacts everyone. They just don't tell you that. So right now, everyone is screwed right now. Like or hate Disrespect or PewDiePie, they brought the numbers.
You don't need to do this, Rick. Think about your family.
You know, and with those people gone, that's going to hurt everything.
Choosing me, huh? I'll warn you, not an easy character
That's just how it works, because when you have these big profile people, your ad sales team can go to these, you know, bank companies and be like, hey, we have so-and-so that does this, and they're like, oh, okay, I want to run this ad, or I want to show off this movie, or I have this product that I think will do really well, and they kind of pool their resources. That's what networks are. YouTube networks don't exist anymore, so that's a huge problem. Everyone is now dependent on anything YouTube does. So them getting rid of YouTube networks from like 2016 through 2019, one of the last YouTube networks closed in 2020. When they did that, it's been 4 years of like basically a chicken running without its head on. Like no one knows what they're doing. At all. And the only reason I know this stuff is because I actually almost ran a CMS. Like, I was planning on retiring because this channel was making Boku Dinero, and I almost took a position, like, working at a YouTube network. Like, where I would have basically been working with a CMS dashboard and cutting a profit from, like, I was going to get, like, I think the deal was, like, 5% of every channel that was in my employ. And I was talking to hundreds of YouTube channels that I was going to do stuff with a network. So I was basically going to earn a commission off other channels so that I could, you know, not have to work as much. But it didn't work because the people responsible for that bowed out. So I never got, like, I went through all that work to get YouTube certified back in 2015 and stay up to and learn all that stuff and, you know, learn about networking and all this other stuff. And then the deal fell through. So that was like several years of my life wasted behind the scenes because all that knowledge, all that stuff that I learned, it doesn't matter because I can't really use it for anything. I can't profit off of it. I was planning on semi-retiring and just like uploading videos every once in a while. So that plan completely fell through the cracks. And that was actually really hard to get YouTube certified. You had to do all this stuff. You had to jump through basically flaming hoops. There's a lot of information you had to learn. Because you would be in charge of a YouTube network. Basically. Or you'd be working at one. So you had to be knowledgeable. And all that stuff fell through, so that stunk. It was basically like 2 years just down the drain that I was like learning all this stuff and, you know, talking to different people and trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to be... I've ran a YouTube channel for so many years. How am I going to be able to do all this with like, you know, 15 or 20 people in my employ? Or, you know, people under me? How am I going to do this? How am I going to manage this? What am I going to do with this? What do I need to know about copyrights, license agreements, whitelisting, blacklisted, what they can do, what they can't do? I had to learn so many useless things that I've incorporated to keep my channel safe. Like I'm whitelisted with various companies still, so I don't get hit as bad with copyright. But all that useless knowledge I can't really use to get a job or anything. Like, not in that space because those jobs don't exist anymore. You know, because it changed. When YouTube, like, got rid of all these networks and they closed places like Machinima and Maker Studios and Freedom and all these places were gone, then everyone is under the umbrella of YouTube itself. And like I said, every year it gets worse at the company because they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. It's like that old joke about like chimps with a typewriter. Like, you know, eventually they might do something good with a typewriter, but mathematically it's impossible. Eventually they'll stumble upon something, but the rest of us have to wait while they're basically trying to stumble around in the dark. And it hasn't worked very well for anybody. Well, I think there's spiritual reasons why everything happened, Daniel. YouTube is a very evil company. This could be God's punishment. I don't know. I mean, it's too... There were a lot of very evil people that worked at YouTube when YouTube was in its infancy. There was a lot of evil things that happened in the back. You know, a lot of like fraud and corporate espionage and all kinds of stuff, like how YouTube networks founded and stuff like that, and how they rip people off and things like that. It's it's just as evil as Hollywood, pretty much. So it could be God's judgment. I don't know. I still think it's not fair because, I mean, Amber and I haven't done anything wrong, so it just feels like we're kind of caught in the crosshairs. But it's possible. I mean, it could be, they've done a lot of bad things. I do believe in that kind of stuff, but a lot of those people have already been punished, though. That's the thing. There's been people arrested for fraud and stuff at YouTube over the years. Or former executives get caught doing something else at another company where they're laundering money. And then the stuff they did at YouTube comes out and stuff like that. But I still think it's not fair. But that's just me being selfish because, I want to keep my job that I've been doing for almost 20 years. I used to believe that, Daniel. I don't know if I believe that anymore, man. I've been electrocuted. I've been, well, I guess it'd be shocked. Electrocuted would be dead. I've been badly shocked and had to go to the hospital for that. I've been in a severe car accident and I shouldn't have walked away from that. I did. I've had a lot of bad things happen. I'm waiting for something good. I haven't seen it yet. Every day I crawl out of bed and I try to keep this channel alive. That's all I do. I haven't seen any blessings other than the people who became ultimates and who were members. I have seen nothing. So, I mean, I want to believe that something good is going to come from this, but every year goes by, it's just the same thing. I'm holding everything together. Something happens to me, that's it. Amber won't be able to do this. I'm tired, I'm older, and I don't know. Oh, I haven't given up. I'm just saying, like, everybody keeps saying, like, think about all the stuff that good is happening. It's like, what? It's like, I might be diabetic now? That's a good thing? How? I have to go in for tests because my doctor thinks I'm diabetic now. I don't have the money for that. Amber tells me every day, like, I'm tired. It's like, I'm tired too. Because when we did YouTube in the early days, it didn't feel like work. This feels like back when I was a game journalist. Like, this is like a daily grind. At least we earn a living, but, like, the insane hours I had to work as a journalist in my 20s compared... I feel like I work harder now and just make it. I've challenged God sometimes, which I wish I haven't done, but it's like I've said some pretty nasty things to him. Especially, like, in order for us to do well, we just need one viral video to come back. It doesn't even need to be Disney Infinity. If that Power Rangers video suddenly clicked on again, the channel would heal. If any one of our 150 viral videos just suddenly came back for even a week, we would be in fantastic financial shape. We would be in good spirits, everything would be better, but it just never happens. There is no way to fix this. The only person who can do it is God, and he doesn't want to. So that's my honest opinion. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to do it. He wants me to suffer. He wants to keep giving me diseases. I don't know. The only thing keeping me sane is working. If I didn't have this anymore, I'd probably go insane. Because I can't... I feel like I'm Atlas holding everything up. And I'm tired. I got neuropathy in 2020, and now I might be diabetic. I can't deal with it anymore. It's just, it's too much weight. Way too much weight.
You're in for it now.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know I've inspired people. I get letters from people. I get people say that we stop them from eating themselves. We have people who said they got married and they have a family. I mean, we've been at this for almost 16 years. I have an entire shoebox. I have 2 shoeboxes of letters from people. I have hundreds of emails from people. Like, good letters. That's why I said we have the best fan base in the world. Like, there's no one else. I've had YouTubers talk to me about you guys. You know? They don't know how we're still around either. I told them honestly, I said, the reason why we're still here is because God. I don't know why he wants us here, but I said every day is hell. But the only way that the channel still has its lights on and people randomly come and give like $500 donations without us like ever knowing it, that's some of the scariest stuff there is. So, I mean, God is showing that he's sovereign, but every day is like basically living in, what's the word I'm looking for? Between heaven and hell is what it feels like. So it's like, Emery even said it feels like we're in purgatory. Pretty much. I think the saddest thing about everything is we've actually reached out to the church for help, and they've called us satanic. So the most recent churches that we're at, we haven't told them what we do for a living, other than we work online. Because every time we talk to a pastor or a church, like the past 10 years, they always shun us, like we're Amish or something. So we just don't talk about our thing anymore. I would love to get help from the church. Church doesn't care about us. Yep, we give it people to call home and they can come and they can, you know, feel better about themselves. We know. That's why we try to keep the lights on as best we can, is because we're aware that we are a safe place for a lot of people.
Let's get this started.
And that's important to us because I believe everyone on the internet deserves a place where they could have community and have friends and feel safe and not judged by other people. But we have definitely been attacked by the evil one a lot. We've had Splinter Cell like mutinies from fans that grew up to be insane. We've had fans attack other fans. All kinds of stuff. And that's the most heartbreaking thing, I think, is like when you had a super fan become a hater. That's the hardest thing. A lot of creators don't talk about that, but it's true. When you see someone who says they looked up to you and they become evil, it's heartbreaking. It's like, could I have done anything to help this person? That's some nights I think about that, because I know a lot of our detractors. I remember them. And sometimes at night I think about them and it's like, where did I go wrong? What did I do? Did I joke about something that was a little bit too far? Where did I go wrong? You know. Because, like, these people kind of feel like my kids sometimes because I've been at this so long. You get to know people, you know, over decades. And then to see them basically become Darth Vader, it's heartbreaking. I don't know if other YouTubers feel the same as I do about that kind of stuff. I mean, I come from it from a religious point of view, so I'm very different than a lot of them. I've had YouTubers tell me to their face that they have no problems if one day one of their members gets out of line. Just one day, they ban them forever, whether they were a top donor or not. They don't care. Because they have working channels and they can bring people in. Like, they don't really care about their communities. Their communities are important because it earns them money, but they don't really care about the people behind the super chats. when they get a super chat, they just say thank you for the super chat. They don't even say the person's name half the time. You know? And it's kind of like, I try to say people's name. I'm bad at, you know, saying names because I have problems. You know, I survived a car accident, but I didn't survive the car accident very well. I've got brain damage. So certain things just don't click as well. That's why Amber is super important, because she's able to, you know, she's the other functioning half of my mind, basically. I couldn't do this solo without her because I'm not a people person. I don't have those aspects of my personality anymore, really. If I saw myself like 20 years ago, I wouldn't recognize myself because I was a crazy daredevil. I'm not that way anymore. The only difference between 20-year-old me when the car accident happened and me now is, like, I guess I try to be nicer to people, whereas before I was very detached and very quiet. Even when, Amber can tell you, when we went out on dates, I hardly talked. Like, me before the car accident, I didn't talk much. Amber did all the talking, and I just, like, politely listened. But I didn't really offer a lot to the conversation. I would, like, say a few word answers. And then after my car accident, when I survived, I became more human. But I had a stutter after my car accident, which I overcame. I had, like, very painful headaches when I would think, because my brain basically got jostled around in the car accident. The recovery took, like, quite a while. In my early videos, a lot of it was scripted because there would be immense long pauses that I would have to cut out and try. You could even go back and listen to the old reviews. There was a lot of cut-ups in those videos because there would be, like, times where Amber would come home from work and the microphone would be on and I wouldn't be talking. Like, I would... And then suddenly I would come back and I'd start talking again. You know, because she would, like, tap me on the shoulder or something, like... You know... I dealt with a lot of stuff. Like, with getting back to being somewhat normal. And I think with the live streaming helped me a lot because I couldn't hide behind a script anymore, you know?
I'll give you that.
Because it was all live. My first year of live streaming was incredibly bumpy and rough. Because, like, especially on Twitch and Hotbox, I think it was called. Shoot. I think it was called Hotbox. I don't remember what it was called. There was a platform, a live streaming platform that Machinima owned, and then they sold to Freedom.
There is a right and wrong in the and that distinction is
I thought it was called Hotbox. I don't remember. But I was over there and I was doing Arkham streams, and most of the times I just let the game talk for me, and I didn't, like, people were expecting me to do lore and all this other stuff, and a lot of those videos that they loved are all scripted. So I was always terrified of my first year of live streaming, because it was like, how am I going to interact with an audience? How am I going to do all this stuff? I don't know how I was going to do that. And because I've been a streamer for almost a decade now. I started live streaming in 2015. So I've been next year will be 10 years of live streams. Yeah, it's going to be 10 years because the year of Arkham Knight was when I live streamed a lot. I think it was either Disney Infinity 3, Arkham, and something else. I'm pretty sure it was like January of 2015 is when we started to live stream in Boston. I don't know if we live streamed in 2014. I can't remember. If we did, it was very little because I didn't like it. because it was like you created not a persona, but people had, based on hearing your videos, you had a certain mannerism and a way of communicating that you sounded normal. And my first live streams were a huge difference for people, like, because they saw how long it would take me to answer questions, and it wasn't that same confident guy that you heard behind a microphone. So that was a difficult transition from going from scripted content to, you know, going back to how I was in the radio. Because when I was a radio DJ, it was before the car accident. Of course I was confident. Of course I was an egomaniac. Of course I had topics that could pop into my head randomly. You know, I wasn't like forcing myself to do stuff. Whereas when I had to do stuff on the fly again, I would get these immense headaches because just thinking would cause me pain because, you know, I had the brain injury. So it's been like a very long time that I've been able to become the confident streamer I am, because like I'm just so used to it. It's such a part of me that I'm able to have it be a part of my life, like, very easily. Like, it's what I do. I get up, I talk to a microphone in front of, you know, whatever, 100 people a day or whatever. That's what I do. That's what helps me get up in the morning. So when people, since after we got our channel hacked, have been, you know, cyber attacking us, it really weighs on me, because it's not just an attack on my business, it's also an attack on me and my disabilities and my overcoming those things. Like it's an attack of everything that I am. It's you know, so that's why I want these people gone. Is because when they're gone, then I can be myself more. Whereas like every now and again, I'm always looking at my equipment. It's like, are they coming? Are they coming? I'm always like, always on the edge, kind of. You know, I have my equipment running to let me know if it's happening. I always look at it a little bit sometimes. When I'm not doing time codes and stuff, I look at my equipment to see if a DDoS attack is happening, if the lines are clear, all that other stuff. You know, and Amber doesn't scan that stuff because she doesn't like all that equipment. And then I'm able to safeguard the stream if it happens, but it is a lot of work. It's more than just like having a Steam Deck in front of you and, you know, adding fun sound effects every once in a while. I'm literally monitoring a live stream. I'm seeing my chat, and I'm also monitoring my security program at the same time. Like, so it's like my eyes are constantly darting around 2 monitors, the television, and your chat thingy.
Don't flip. We got these cats in the bag.
Whoop. Because everything else in my life I have control over, except my health and live streaming. Like, those are the only things I don't have control over, and I don't like it. I don't like not having control. Because I've always found a way, and the fact that even after doing everything I did this year, that the DDoSing stuff still happens from time to time, it infuriates me. Because I've already done everything that's humanly possible to lessen it, you know? And that's why I know, like, logically, the only way this is going to stop is if those people are removed from the equation. That's the only way. There is no other way. It doesn't exist. Because evil people don't stop until they're eradicated. It's true. Like, people don't change. So, once we finally get a face to the name, and the IP address tracks the, you know, and they go to jail, you're going to see a huge change in me, because I won't be as angry anymore. I'll have no reason to be angry. Kind of be like how I was like 4 years ago or 5 years ago, where I was a lot more carefree. I can't rest until these people are taken care of.
Match point for blue team.
can't.
I'm ready for more.
Match point for red team. Sorry, you lose.
I could do this all day. Back on Themyscira, I had harder workouts before breakfast.
What? I'm sorry, what? About, I said I wasn't a very good Superman player. I own that. I'm a very bad Superman player.
Vengeance. I am the knight.
I'm sorry you had to go through a rough childhood. I'm glad that we're, you know, still around for people. I always wanted to have kids. My son died, so we haven't been blessed with kids, and it's hard. Like, that's why I get kind of protective of our community, I guess, is because like we had so much taken from us that I've walked out of church several times when the pastor says that, you know, all these things will be added back to you. It's like, I'm 10 years older now, and I just have more and more stuff taken away. Like, there's really... The only reason I'm fighting so hard against these hackers is that's the only thing left. I don't have my health. I have my marriage. I don't have my health. They think I'm pre-diabetic now. So I have to go through tests. I have to go to Philadelphia to get more testing done. I'm just tempted to buy one of those machines on Amazon and do the finger prick thing and be like, I'm not diabetic. Stop it. But it's like, I'm getting really angry at these pastors. Like, I'm not like a righteous anger, just kind of like, I don't like them. Every time they say, oh, all this good stuff's gonna happen to you, it's like, when? It's like, I'm starting to not believe it anymore. Not believe in God, but the idea of promises that things are gonna improve. I don't see it. I'm too much of a realist now. I understand who God is, and that'll never change, but all this nonsense that people keep telling me about how their life's going to improve, and I say it's nonsense because these same people in church, they have one bad thing happen and they walk away. And their life is going great. They get in a car accident, they lose their arm, or you know, something horrific happens, and they walk away from not just the faith, but their families and everything. And it's like, here I've literally had like 30 bad things happen to me in the past like 10 years. I may be grumpier, but I'm still around. But I'm not a happy person. I don't have joy. I don't have peace. I have anger and rage. Those are the only things keeping me going. Is knowing that I'm going to get these people. That's it. The police are the only people who have really been giving me hope. If I'm being honest. So I basically live for revenge. That's why I get up in the morning. Because I want these people gone. And I will not stop, and I will not rest until I get it. However long it takes, I'm going to keep going. Because that's what fuels me on.
You'll get a kick out of this one.
Match point for blue team. Success.
There is a right and wrong in the universe, and that distinction is not hard to make.
Rematch? Lock in your choice.
But yeah, like I said, I don't relate to a lot of YouTubers because when bad stuff happens to them, I try to be, because everybody sees me as like this great uncle, or they call me Unk or whatever on YouTube. And these people text me and they're like, oh man, you know, this horrible thing just happened to me. It's like, okay, like I listen to them and I'm like, so what? What are you going to do? They're like, I'm quitting, man. It's like, you have 3 million subscribers. You're quitting. Why? Well, because things are harder. It's like, look at my channel, look at you. Don't quit. It'd be nice if some people would actually take my advice. They have one thing happen to them and their life falls apart like a deck of cards. Like, you know how they have those cards that people build? They build little castles out of them. They have one little part come out of the card and then their whole castle collapse. They didn't build their castle right. And I hate getting those calls because I get them all the time. I get YouTubers who reach out to me who remember me and they email me and they tell me all this bad stuff and it's like, so you had one bad thing happen and you're done. That's it. Just one thing. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to share with you. And I tell them like 10 or 15 things. One guy said, how did you not kill yourself? I said, I've thought about it, but my religion kind of forbids it. So it's pretty concrete about what happens with that kind of stuff. You know, I'm more afraid of God than I am myself. So I just try to persevere as best I can. Because I still believe this too shall pass. I'm just waiting for it to pass. Hasn't passed in 10 years. You know, I feel like for a lot of these YouTubers, I'm like the counselor that doesn't get paid. And it's like, I have all this stuff happen to me. It's like, when does it improve for me? I'm just supposed to be everyone's Mr. Rogers? I don't want to. I really don't.
Put up your dukes, everyone. I'm just itching for a tussle. Sorry, Bozo. This accursed clown. Got him.
How's that feel?
Here it is.
Exactly. Like that.
Oh wow, that Joker player is immensely good. Stop quoting Darkwing Duck.
Match point for blue team.
Horrible clown will pay for embarrassing me. Oh, do.
Oh no, don't do it, don't do it. I could have won. I could have won. Oh, man. Amber is literally, God gave me Amber to keep me in check. Amber is a sweetheart. Amber is kind. Amber is sweet. And the only good thing that I got this year is Amber survived her emergency surgery. That's the only blessing I get this year, is she survived. And she's still here. At least I think that was this year. Was that this year or last year? I can't remember. Amber had that emergency surgery I'm still paying for. I can't remember when it happened. I remember the game I was streaming. It was last year, I think. I don't know what good happened this year. I don't know. I can't think of anything good. Yeah, it's a blank. I don't know. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. I don't know what good has happened this year. Been a lot of stress this year. We've had 2 house inspections. We passed both of those, but they always are so rude to us. Because, I mean, I know why they don't want us here. They don't want us here because they want to jack up the price of the apartment to the next tenant. They're under contract with us, so they can't, you know, charge us, like, an insane amount. They probably want to charge people, like, I don't know, $2,800 for this apartment or more. I don't know. Inflation prices go up. So we've been here now. When we moved in here, it was only $1,100. No, when we moved in here, it was $1,040 a month for 2 bedrooms, this living area, finished basement, washer, dryer, teeny tiny dining room, and things like that. 2 baths. Now a place like this, based on the location where we are, would probably be $2,400. So they've been yeeting people left and right from this complex because there was a law that you couldn't evict people. And that law is over. So a lot of people have been evicted, which I believe is under pretense for those random inspections. And because we passed our inspection 3 times, and they tell us that we have to have an inspection every 6 to 8 months, I mean, that's a lot of stress, you know? But there's things that this landlord that I wish I could take them to court on that they've done really sus. For one thing, our refrigerator is broken. You guys have seen it. It's held together by duct tape. Our washer and dryer broke. They're supposed to fix that. And they haven't. Our stove doesn't work. It's a fire hazard. You know, but if I tell them, hey, I want my rent lowered because we have to go to the laundromat to get our laundry done, and we have to use a hot plate to cook most of our food, you know, I just can't deal with people getting into yelling matches with me right now, you know, and I know the landlord is bad, but there's nothing really wrong with the house other than the appliances being messed up and their random inspections.
But it is already gone. I hate to be the bearer of.
You think we're reaching the halfway point of the year? Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a lot of good games coming out. There's a tremendous amount of good games coming out. Except, I thought there was something big releasing this week, but I don't think so. I think it's next week. Tomorrow is Agent Smith. And then the Rifts open up in Multiversus on the 10th. Ninja Turtles is the 17th. So the limited exclusive Ninja Turtles game on the Switch is the 17th. I don't know what else, actually. August is stacked. But I can't really... I don't know the other games that we're doing. I knew what we were doing in June. Oh, please, don't be Matrix. Please don't be Matrix. It's going to be so confusing. You can play as Superman, but don't be Matrix, please. Please. That's really gonna mess me up. I won't know who's who. If you can hear me, please. Please change. If you don't change, I'll change. Because I can't go into the Rifts with... Or the thing with the same character and the same skin. It'll be way too confusing. Way too confusing. He changed? He changed! Alright, awesome, thank you. Woohoo! We did finish Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 got DDoSed real bad. And one of our detractors, did, like, threaten legal stuff against us when they weren't even a lawyer. Pikmin 4 ended. They ruined the stream, though. Pikmin 4 got messed up real bad. That stream is a nightmare. I had to cut out... That stream got DDoSed 38 times. In 3 hours. that stream is unwatchable. It's finished, but like I did the best I could to fix it, like with the YouTube editor, and I cut out as many things as I could. But that stream is it made me hate Pikmin. Like I don't think I'll ever play a Pikmin game again because that stream was abysmal. That was a bad stream. 140. I don't know who this is. This is Soul. Social justice warrior. That's what it stands for.
Let's get this started.
Think of it, the best way to explain it is politically correct people who became a cult. They're crazy. They're very militant and they're insane. They think that they're good people when they're all evil. They commit criminal actions. They harass people. They live by the court of public opinion. They do a lot of bad stuff. They're bad guys, basically. They're not normal people. In fact, I don't even think they know how to act like a normal person. They've been on the internet way too long that they're insane. Mob rules with them. That's their mentality. Mob rule. Mob law. And those are the people responsible for hacking us. Like people who adhere to their philosophy. I have proof of it too. We haven't been able to catch the people yet. Because they're running a bot network to DDoS us. Eventually they'll slip up. The police have even told us the more that they do this, the more likely they're going to get caught because nothing is absolute. You can't, there's no such thing as a perfect crime. You will get caught. It's just a matter of time. And I have a lot of time on my hands, so. But people expect like a swift resolution. There's no such thing. Oh, shoot. Oh.
I don't. Looks like somebody is a sore loser.
Yeah, that's what it means. So basically, you know how like everybody in the 2000s used to joke about like political correctness and how like it was going to be the downfall of society? Like if it ever went like too crazy? That's where we were as a society. The things are getting better now. But things were pretty crazy for like, I'm trying to think how many years now. 5 years with this group. They started small. They started with Reddit articles about us and like basically capturing all my tweets and things like that over the years, like out of context stuff. And then they grew from that, and then they were like, okay,
let's get this started.
During the pandemic, it was very common for people to start DDoSing streamers on Twitch and Rumble and YouTube. And they found ways of improving it and stuff like that. But what they don't realize is that there weren't laws in place, and there are now. Pennsylvania instituted laws in 2022 for federal crimes against DDoSing. Like, they consider it a federal crime in my state. So that means, legally, I can do whatever I want against these people when we catch them. Like, not just press charges, like, throw the book at them. As well as, you know, I have the ability to submit proof of net losses and all kinds of stuff. Like, there's a lot of damage these freaks did. So, it's not just, oh, it's the internet. They don't have any freedoms when I get done with them.
Stand down, Adam.
pretty much. Because what they did is a crime. They think it's not. They think it's just the internet. And that what they do on the internet doesn't matter. That they can get away with whatever they want, but that's not true.
That's going for red team.
Stand down, Adam.
Child.
I wish I was a better Superman player, but I am so not.
All aboard.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys.
Boys.
This stream is going to be hard to get another one because YouTube has it locked at 590 views. It's been locked at 590 views for the past hour. Like, there's been no movement. Like, literally, every 10 minutes it goes up 1 view. So, like, a lot of stuff that I've been talking about, they don't want you to know about. So, you guys have gotten the like goal. You've done everything correctly. They've locked it. Like, it doesn't move. Because there's very few people, like, on a live stream after, like, 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning. Be like, this would be common after streaming for, like, so many hours. But we're almost at the 2-hour mark and we're still nowhere close to 600 views. So that's not your guys' fault. They just don't like what I'm saying, so they basically froze the stream. It's just... Yeah, I heard about that. MGM got bought out by Amazon, and they have the rights to, like, the Pink Panther and all that other stuff. But Warner Brothers already has, like, so many characters. You know? Is YouTube worse or the hackers? Well, I mean, YouTube has a lot of SJWs in their employ. So, I mean, you know, they don't like me. That's a given. And the hackers are SJWs, so they're cut from the same cloth. It's just like, YouTube does have some nice people that I know that work there, but they also have crazy people, so, you know. I wouldn't say they're kind of similar to me. If YouTube was nice, no matter what I talk about, they would allow me to earn an income, but, you know, if I just talk about multiverses, my stream does well. If I talk about my life, or if I talk about my faith, or if I talk about my marriage, any of that stuff basically gets the stream deadlocked. It's just, it is what it is. And with no memberships or super chats on this stream, you know, it's going to be hard to get another Multiversus stream. Because it's only 600 views after almost 2 hours. 601 views. So basically, how live streaming is supposed to work is based on the watch time. Watch time is insanely high for this video too. It's at 22 minutes. So what should be happening is every 5 minutes it should go up 10 views. Or no, every minute it should go up 10 views. Based on the watch time. Again, I was YouTube certified, I know this. Based on the watch time, based on the audience that's here, based on the chat log. All that stuff is a factor for how views go up. So this is deliberately being paused. There's no way, because math... you can't change math. It's mathematically impossible. This is why I'm a realist. This is why I go crazy sometimes, is because I know when I'm being sabotaged. I know when stuff is happening, because I was YouTube certified. I was literally going to be working with YouTube networks as like an employee. That was what my job was going to be 6 or 7 years ago. So what they're doing is, like, every 5 or 6 minutes they're giving me one new view. So based on, again, the watch time, and based on the amount of people here, the people commenting, people asking questions, the likes are at 140. This stream would be, in reality, like 6 months ago, this stream would have been at like over 1,000 views. So it's like 600 views under. And for the time that I usually stop my streams, it's about 275 views under. Because I usually stop my streams like around 800, 900, and I let them grow once they're archived, once it's a VOD. But yeah, that happens. If I just would have talked about Multiversus stuff, nothing would have happened to this stream. But, you know, I was coming off the previous stream. And that stream got in trouble too, a little bit. Well, I readied up. I guess we're having problems getting an opponent. I can't get out of this. I cannot cancel either. Oof. Probably the same for this gentleman too. So I'm going to I'm gonna have to exit out. Oh, I can't exit out. All right, I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. I gotta pull the plug. I gotta do it like this because we're frozen. Blech. So that's the second jam up of the stream. Freedom of speech doesn't exist for private platforms. That's a myth. Private companies, it doesn't exist. You can, it's illegal, and you could sue them if you're like terminated because of your religious or your political beliefs or whatever. But I mean, it's a costly thing. But you can technically sue them. But good luck winning that, because they'll just say, "Oh, we terminated you for other reasons." You know, when you know why you were terminated, but Amber believes this channel was a hit job between YouTube and the hackers. She honestly believes that because there's no other channel that suffers the way we do. We're the only one. Every other channel I know that went through something similar, they bounced back a little bit. Even Abdallah bounced back, sort of. At least 25-30% bounce back. His channel was never the same after he got hacked, but he still does pretty well. It goes back to the whole crumpled paper analogy. It's spot on. Once a paper is ruined, it's still ruined. It's still paper, but it's all crumpled, and you can see the creases. You can see where the damage happened. Are they going to run maintenance tonight? All right, let's get one more with this gentleman, and then if anybody else wants to play, send me an invite, or I'm going to jump into the rifts for like 20 minutes, and then I'm going to do the Paper Mario stream. Yeah, I mean, Multiversus jams a lot. It just does. There's nothing you can do about it. This is not Smash Brothers. This is not the Smash Brothers killer either. I see people all the time talking about, this is the Smash Brothers killer. It's like, no. It's a fun game, yeah, but is it a Smash killer? No. If Smash Brothers had this many bugs, Nintendo would be furious. This game is fun. And it's got merit, and it's got cool characters, and it's got cool content coming, but it's a mess. It crashes all the time. How many times do you remember Smash Brothers jamming up? Like, just brutal honesty. A lot of you guys played Smash for years, right? How often do you remember the game completely, like, locking, or characters running off the edge to their death, and characters disappearing and coming back. Characters standing still. If a match didn't work, Nintendo, like, cut the match. I remember, like, playing online with some people. If we had, like, issues with, like, an online match in Smash Brothers, what happened would be, like, the entire match would be canceled. They wouldn't let the other team win if there was problems. They would just cut out. It'd be like, oh, you'd see everybody at the screen, like, clapping. You wouldn't get to play if there was, like, any type of errors. The match would be terminated. But in Multiversus, like, you can literally have a player tap out, and then the game still keeps going as they're AFK or whatever. Like, it doesn't go back to, like, the end screen. So then your team suffers a loss, usually, especially if it's a character that's running off the edge. There's nothing you can do.
Match point for blue team.
Like, guess I'm not moving yet.
Oh, Shaggy's broken.
Let's get dangerous.
Shaggy's busted. See, this is what I'm talking about. You see? You see what I mean? Okay, now Shaggy's back. Nope, never mind. Shaggy's gone. You see what I'm talking about, though? Like, this game is super buggy. And for, like, a high-tier company like Nintendo, this would be unacceptable. Like, you could not release this like this. In fact, when this game soft-launched almost a year and a half ago, I would argue that it didn't have as many bugs as the quote-unquote official relaunch. Like, this game now literally has characters pulled from the roster when there's problems, for one, and you can't play as them. Even if you paid for them, you can't play as them. They're gone. Say goodbye, Iron Giant. Say goodbye, Jason. Bugs Bunny. Doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want. They can pluck and pull things. It has a good net code, mostly, but matches are messes. Even the riffs jam up. Like, this game, it has a lot of problems. More so than it did when it was in quote-unquote beta. I mean, that's not a good look. It's not a good look for anybody. Well, yeah, Warner Brothers doesn't care, obviously, because they can make their money through the store. The cosmetics, $20 a pop, right? I mean, let's be honest here. $20 a pop. Boom, boom, boom. $20. All the little incentives here. Oh, I can afford this. I want to get Velma. Amber likes Velma. That's not Velma. Where's Velma? Where's Velma? Where's Velma? So, just to tell you guys something funny. So, I stopped talking about important things and just started talking about the game again. The stream bumped up to 640 views. Real time. It's true. Anything is better than that game. You want to play JDOG? Go for it. Send me an invite, dude. I'm here. Send me an invite. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to set up my Paper Mario stream because I'm running late. $20 for one character is insane. Isn't that what they do in Fortnite, though? Well, I mean, I understand why people clickbait. Like, clickbait has become very popular on YouTube, like, the past 4 years now. I mean, I'm no saint. I've used clickbait. Green Ranger I put on the thumbnail of that Power Rangers video. You know, it got traction because of that. If I would have just, like, said Power Rangers news and I didn't have, like, a really clickbaity thumbnail, no one would have clicked it. Like, that video, for whatever reason, ended up in the search engine for 2 hours. 2 hours. And then it was gone. Buried on the internet somewhere because of, you know, stuff. But I use clickbait sometimes. I thought I made a pretty intense thumbnail for that one game I just did. The what do you call it? The zone thingy. Zoneless zone 0, something like that. JDOG. Yep. JDOG, I just need a minute, okay? I need to make the Paper Mario thing. I'm running late. Everything's running late today. I'm so behind in everything. It's frustrating. Every stream underperformed today. Every stream took forever. And Amber didn't do anything wrong. She did everything correct. It's just everything fell apart. What? Where'd all my Paper Mario streams go? Yeah, I was gonna say, there's my Paper Mario thing. Yeah, one sec, guys. I need to set this up for Gamer Gal Val. I hope she understands. Everything is running so freaking late. Oh my gosh. 12. Paper Mario 64, Paper Mario thumbnail, where is it? Why is Daisy Duck on there? Oh, Daisy Duck is there for... Ah! Don't unlist my video. I didn't say for you to do that. Weird game. The music for this is pretty calming, isn't it? Like, you know, bugs aside, the game, the soundtrack is beautiful. Like, the soundtrack is so well done, you know? It's just, I don't know, it speaks to my soul a little bit. I'm kind of like, all right, this is sweet. This is nice, you know? I would buy the soundtrack. Like, I mean, if, you know, they still made CDs. I don't know if you guys were around when CDs was around, but it was pretty cool to own the soundtrack for a movie or a video game and actually have the CD in the palm of your hand. Have, like, you know, some really cool art inside of the package. You have July stream. I'm so sorry, Gamer Gal. I'm rushing. I'm trying. Whoa. Nintendo Switch. And people are probably like, how do you have so much energy? You've already been streaming for 9 hours. I don't know. I've never been dependent on coffee or any, like, ways to stay awake. I just will myself awake. But there will be a crash. Don't worry about it. The crash will happen at like 7 in the morning. Like, Amber will come downstairs and we'll record Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and you'll hear it in the video. I'll be like, nah. So when I record videos really early in the morning, you can tell. You can tell I'm half dead, so to speak. Like, you can... Somebody even said once, they're like, were you drunk when you did this? It's like, no, I was literally in and out. And my wife has a very calming voice. So what Amber does is, Amber is a topic-based streamer. I don't know if you guys know this. I randomly talk about all kinds of nonsense, right? Amber is topic-based. So when she talks, it takes a long time for her to get to the point, right? It's true. So when she's going on and on and on, and we're doing versus matches at like 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning when I've already been up all night, and she's getting into something, and I'm just trying to do like quick, like 10-15 minute matches with her. By the time I record the third match with her, I'm half KO'd. I'm on muscle memory. there are some versus things where I've accidentally fallen off the edge, or Amber's got in a lucky shot because I'm out of it, and she's just going on and on and on and on about something, and it's hilarious. But sometimes we're not evenly matched when it comes to versus because I'm at a disadvantage. I'm at like a severe handicap. So what I'm worried about with the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl thing when we get around to recording it like wicked early today, because I'm going to do Gamer Gal stream. I'll get done with Gamer Gal stream like around 4 in the morning, and then I'll get to eat, and then Amber will wake up around like 5 or 6 in the morning. She'll be all like super hyper and stuff, and I'll be like, sup? And then she'll get into this like grandiose topic about something I don't know. Could be like something philosophical or something. I have no idea. Especially in between takes. Like, in between takes, our capture card is so fast that literally as soon as we're done recording a Versus video, it's like, boom, boom, we're ready to go. But she'll sit here and talk to me for 15 minutes and almost put me to sleep. And it's not that my wife is boring. It's like, you have to remember that I've already been awake for so many hours by this point. And she's upset because she doesn't get to spend a lot of time with me because I stream all the time. So then in between matches, she talks to me about all this other stuff. And then she's ready to do the match. And she's like, let's go. And I'm just kind of like, yeah. JDOG, can you do anything? I'm just waiting on you, buddy. Can you activate the thing? We are known for Power Rangers videos. Yes, because we had a lot of support in the Power Rangers community. We don't have support in the Power Rangers community anymore. Power Rangers community changed too much. They're not family friendly anymore. A lot of the people in the Power Rangers community that are in leadership positions don't like us. So, Power Rangers will never be a big in for us again, because like the world changes. It didn't used to change this drastically, but ever since the pandemic, the world has gone crazy. Like, it's just nuts right now. Common sense thinking gets you like labeled as like a horrible person when you're just normal. So they're trying to destroy normalcy, and so since Amber and I are normal, there's this huge war, like, you know, war of thought or something. I don't know. But I still count a lot of those people in the Power Rangers community as my friends, even if they don't think very highly of me anymore. Because I still think they're good people, you know. They have, like, wife and kids and family, and I knew them for years back when Saban had Power Rangers and stuff like that. So it's sad to see things become the way they are, because before I wouldn't say the Power Rangers community became toxic. Like, it was just like a normal thing. It was just kind of like, all right, everybody has their own favorite Ranger, and sometimes we'll fight over that, right? You fight over a Ranger or something like that. This Ranger's better, or that Ranger's better. That's not the problem. The problem is, like, people bring stuff that's not related into Power Rangers into every aspect of Power Rangers, and it creates this division when the division never existed before. And it's hard to see that, you know? And then people basically pick sides like it's dodgeball. Like, people cannot get along if they have any type of difference. Like, I've literally seen a guy who had a Power Rangers website, and, like, he lost all his support because he had one opinion different than them. That was it. Everything he built was gone.
Just keep trying.
You know?
I'm sure you'll do better next time.
And it's really sad to see that kind of stuff, because people today, the most important thing I've taught my community is you need to learn how to get along with people that are different than you. Like, people who think differently than you, people who have different opinions. You cannot go and jeopardize your entire relationship with this person because you don't like one or two things about them. That's not enough to throw away, you know, especially if you've been friends for years. Like, and these people are so easily to dismiss each other over tiny differences in beliefs or opinions or whatever. And it's just, I feel like a fish out of water because I'm not like that. And I've taught people better not to do that. And so when my detractors turned into Darth Vaders and Anakins, it was sad because I taught them better, and they rejected it. So that's the biggest thing that I don't like about stuff. And that's what happened with the Power Rangers community too, is you have a faction of people that are insane and that are pushing like agendas and stuff, and then you have a faction of people that's just like, I like Power Rangers, I like this Ranger, I don't care about whatever political differences or whatever, doesn't matter. I grew up with Power Rangers, I'm a Power Rangers fan. And then you get these people saying, no, you're not a Power Rangers fan because you didn't listen to the teachings of Power Rangers. Yeah, I did. I'm not going out in public and beating people up. You know, I'm doing what Zordon said. Zordon's like, you should not go and fight people. It's like, you're for defense, you're for protecting. And, you know, these people are always constantly fighting people. It's just, it's sad, it's embarrassing, and, you know, Power Rangers has just become such a lot of infighting all the time. JDOG, did you want to try to play again, or are you gone? Oh, totally, Daniel. People are way too, you know, involved with that kind of stuff. It's almost like a religion to them. You know, they're too self-absorbed in it, and they don't know how to not be. That's the sad thing. I've had private conversations with people that are in charge of companies, and you know, there are sane people in these companies, but they're not in positions of power. So they're just kind of like, they're there as these people basically shotgun their business, in a sense. Like they go to work and they're always under constant fear of like their normal way of thinking leaking out and their boss going on a tirade and getting rid of them and doing all kinds of stuff to make sure they never work again. I mean, it's insane. And things are getting better on the internet, but it's really bad in real life right now. Because the internet has been regulated to these people now have like echo chambers, where those echo chambers can't go viral anymore. And, you know, I'm very happy from that, because like when I check Twitter and stuff, like you don't see a lot of these things being advertised anymore. You know, whether it's a good canceling or a bad cancel. I hate cancel culture in general. I don't think it's ever good. But that stuff doesn't trend anymore, so you limit the amount of eyeballs and opinions that can be with that. And instead of things lasting for years and months, it only lasts for a week now. You know, it's kind of like the flavor of the week, and then it's done. So-and-so did this, and people are angry, and then they get over it. That's kind of how it's supposed to be. What happened before is you had all these major Twitter follower people with like 10, 20, 30, 100 million, or, you know, 100,000, 40,000, whatever. And they would constantly retweet stuff and try to get people to, you know, be deplatformed and all this other stuff. And now this stuff, it happens because, you know, people should be called out on bad stuff, but then it blows over. It doesn't cause people to lose their job, lose their life, you know, because, you know, the court of public opinion is not judge, jury, and executioner. You know, if somebody did something really bad and it's criminal, then they need to face justice for that kind of stuff. But if they did something that offended you because you were called something, or, you know, somebody tweeted something politically you don't like, you don't have the right to go and destroy that person's life. You're an idiot if you do that. You know? So that's the thing. And like I said, it's losing traction, but it's still bad. It's just not as bad as it was. Hey, Marcus. Zion, I will send you an invite. You have to tell me your name in game, man, because remember, my eyesight is garbage. 214. This is Marcus. Marcus, my win ratio has been pretty bad, man, so just heads up. I am the worst Superman player in Multiversus. Like, full disclosure. I am really, really bad. Really, really, really bad as Superman.
Let's get this started.
I love Super Sentai, and I love Kamen Rider. I'm a bigger fan of Kamen Rider than I am Super Sentai. Although, I haven't watched a new Kamen Rider show in, like, 5 years. I'm still watching older shows. Please carry me, Marcus. Please carry me. I had Phantom and a couple other people carry me tonight. I need to be carried, if you can. Because I'm just everyone's punching bag tonight. I don't even want to look at my win to loss ratio tonight. If I was playing as Shaggy or Batman, I think I would have been okay. But I am not a good Superman player. I can't understand this character. I tried to. I got baited. I got sandwich baited! I got sandwich baited, yo! Whoop.
No, that's not how this is gonna go. I know what I'm doing.
Ow, 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 why? Why you have to hurt me? Oh my gosh! I got a KO!
You're strong, Shaggy, but coming.
Yay!
Superheroes work, never done.
Was the first Wonder Woman movie within 5 years? I like the first Wonder Woman movie. I didn't like Wonder Woman 84. Oh, not this stage. This stage is a stream killer. I don't know if we were the start of the Power Rangers community on YouTube. We were a big part of the video game Power Rangers community. But MMPR Toys was doing stuff on YouTube way before we started doing Power Ranger games. We predated Legacy Wars and some other stuff. And because, see, this is the hardest thing. Like, we actually would have been able, if we hadn't gotten shadow banned, we would have been able to help indie developers when we showcase their game. We would have been able to do our brand of comedy and, you know, our way of life and showcase that to more people. You know? And when the shadow banning happened, like, we can't really do a lot for games anymore. Especially indie developers. I get emails all the time from an indie dev like, oh, we would really love for you to sponsor our game on your channel. And it's like, I do it, and then afterwards they're like, I just don't understand why we didn't do as well. It's like, I'm shadow banned. I can give you my honest opinion of your game. You know, I can promise that you'll probably get 1,000 eyes on it, and you might get like 50 or 60 people click the link, but that's all I can do. There's nothing else I can do. I can promote it on my social media, on my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook, and that's it. There's nothing else I can do. And so sometimes when people are expecting, because we have so many subscribers, for things to be successful for them, you know, that's hard, because it's like, I would love for that to happen, but it doesn't work. I've literally, just to test things, I've leaked the game a week early. Just because, and nothing happened. Like, we didn't get any eyeballs on it, nothing. It just happened. You know, it was just another stream. That's the thing, like, every stream we do is always more or less the same thing. No matter what game we play, it always gets around 1,000 views and then it's dead. That's just what it is. We've accepted that. Some of our audience hasn't. They're like, ah, man, I really wanted this stream to do well. Or if you play this game, I've had tons of people say, if you play Fortnite, you're going to get amazing views because you're a really good streamer. You have a good voice. You and Amber are really funny. You know, you play Fortnite every day. Everything's going to happen. So Amber played Fortnite every day. She got 400 views. I played Fortnite. I got 1,000 views after like close to 3 hours. It doesn't matter what we do. Multiversus, Luigi's Mansion, it doesn't matter. And I've accepted that. Like, I'm at the point of acceptance. You know? So it's just like moving on from that. Because there's nothing you can do. Wonder Woman was 6 years ago? Yeah, I can't think of any female-led movie that wasn't garbage in the past 5 years. Because they don't focus on the female character. Most of the movies made today, from what I've seen as a normal person, is their attack ads, basically. They're like angry ladies attacking men. You know, and it's... The Wonder Woman movie was like the perfect formula. You know, it showed a strong, powerful woman that was feminine and smart and intelligent, but she wasn't like a crazy lady. She wasn't like a Captain Marvel character. She wasn't ashamed of being a woman. She wasn't trying to be stronger than a man. She just was strong. Earlier this year, we had a really good anime that just wrapped up. That was a beautiful anime about a elf sorceress. It was making all kinds of headway on the internet, and it was a force for good because you had this stupidly overpowered character, but she was humble. She knew she was powerful, but she never bragged about it. You know, she knew better than anybody in the show, but she never held it over anybody's head. She never acted superior. She hardly ever bragged about any of her accomplishments. She never did. Like, she was literally responsible for being in the party that destroyed the Demon Lord. You know, she's a high-profile character. Farron, I believe, was the name of the show. It was a beautiful anime. It was a great story. And it was really important for the West to see a story like that, but they were completely dismissive of it. Marcus, is that 3, buddy? Is that 3? You have to help me out. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what... You know, people come here and they expect whatever game we do is going to do amazing. It doesn't work that way. If a stream does really well, we use Facebook boosted posts. You know, we had some money and we were able to do like a $50 or $100 thing. It's an advertising agency. Or, you know, a high-profile YouTuber saw us on Twitter and they retweeted our thing. You know? It doesn't come from our channel. This live stream, you want to know what it says? How many people do you think were notified for this live stream? What's your guess? According to YouTube, how many of the subscribers to this channel were notified? What do you guys think? I can tell you the correct answer. I just want to see some guesses. I want to see some guesses. Close, JDOG. That's actually really close. 25 people. That is correct. 25 people, according to YouTube, were notified for this live stream. For the entire day. When the stream notifications went out for this, 25 people were notified. According to YouTube's system. This morning's YouTube short. most of the views came from YouTube Shorts algorithm. It says that 15 people were notified of the YouTube Short. This is our channel. I literally have the data right here. I'm looking at it. It says that amount of people. And it's, I mean, this is what we deal with. Like, literally, you can see a Groundhog Day thing, too. Remember I told you guys we've never got past 560,000 subscribers in 4 years? Did you notice that YouTube dropped us down again? Like, we're getting ready to cross over to 560 subscribers again when we just crossed over to 560,000 subscribers 6 months ago. If you've seen the movie Groundhog's Day, maybe you'll know what that feels like. But every time Amber and I are getting ready to celebrate, we're getting closer to 600,000. We get dropped down back to around the same 550 over and over again. It's like an endless loop. It's almost like done to purposely drive us insane. So this channel will never hit 600,000. It's not just me being a pessimist. It's true because we're not allowed to. Yeah, I'll play with you later, Jupiter. I'm still here. But I mean, that's enough to drive anybody insane, though, because you start to question things like, wait a second. 6 months ago, it said I was at 565. How am I back down to the 550s again? Also, why does it say nowhere on my channel that I lost all this rapid subscriber loss? Like, what happened? Because when YouTube removes thousands of subscribers from you, it's supposed to show up somewhere. It's not in the books. It just doesn't exist. It's like, in reality, based on this glitch, I think that we have well over 500,000 subscribers. Because even before we got hacked, we were close to 600,000. We were at like 590 or something like when we got hacked 4 years ago. And every 6 months, it resets back into the 550 range. Like, it's been doing that for 4 years. So if it's been doing that for 4 years, how many subscribers do we really have? I don't know. But I mean, what is the point of having a lot of subscribers if you can only contact, like, not even 1% of them? Like, subscriber numbers don't really matter to me. I don't care, you know? I just want a consistent audience, and I want, like, members. That's my entire job as a streamer, is just to get members. That's it. Because the numbers don't really matter. Because you don't control the numbers. YouTube does. And if you go to Social Blade, you'll see that there usually when a YouTuber loses like 1,000 subscribers or something, it's big news. Like, so and so is out of touch and they lost all these subscribers and stuff, but it doesn't show anywhere. Like, it only shows, like, in the past week, we've lost like 6 subscribers. That's it. You know, it's weird. It's literally Groundhog Day. It is. Wah! But that's why I go back to what I said. You know, my smart analogy about a car. You know, you buy a car, you get the user manual, but you're not the mechanic. You don't know what parts your car needs to run. You take it to a mechanic, and the mechanics at YouTube are stupid because they don't know what to do. So it's like you're taking your car to get something fixed on it, and you get your car back, and your car still doesn't run well because the mechanic didn't fix it because you went to a bad mechanic. They don't know how to fix anything. They know how to run it, but I mean, you know, I'm the same way. When I get a computer virus or, you know, something happens to my computer, if the virus program doesn't fix it, I don't know how to fix it through DOS and other things. I have to send it to a repair place. I'm not very smart when it comes to that stuff. I don't know. I know software, but I don't know hardware. I send my laptop away to a repair place and hope and pray they fix it. Come on, YouTube. Give me 800, because there's no way they're going to get another stream with this low a number. I like Multiversus. Don't take another good thing away from me, please. Ah. You say I hit like a girl and then you got punched by Super Fist. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, right, Amazons don't hold back because they're Amazons, guy. Boink. No, 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 no. I don't still have the sound muted, do I? Oh, man, I still have the sound muted. Dang it. Sorry, guys. I probably had it muted for a while.
I see why Batman has such a hard time with you.
I don't even want to know how long it's been muted. Probably a while.
Haven't even broken a sweat. I promised to protect you.
Ugh.
Promise is unbreakable.
No, Droggle, it's not copyright, man. I forgot to unmute it. I like was in so many I had like 3 Rick and Morty stages back to back. And like I had it muted and then I forgot to unmute it. Oh, how persistent I was with... See, they always keep bringing this stage back. Well, I mean, I like Arkham. I'm going to be streaming Arkham Origins this Christmas again. But no, like, every single one of the Arkham Origins streams got Content ID. So if it wasn't for the generous super chats on those Arkham streams, even though those Arkham streams got over 1,000 views each... if they didn't get super chats or memberships, they didn't earn any income. Because, like, Christopher Drake, the composer, claimed every single video. And it wasn't WMG, it was Christopher Drake. It was the composer who filed a complaint. That's why I said the dude went bonkers over the years. He's a great composer, but in his later years, he's gone kind of crazy. It's his, it's not WMG, it's him. Because I get WMG claims from time to time. It says Warner Music Group. This literally said the composer's name, and the composing company that he represents claimed every single Arkham Origins stream I've ever done. Yeah, I'm doing Arkham Origins. I do it every year. It's a tradition on this channel. How did he survive that? No, they didn't die. What are they doing that they didn't die? They're doing something really sus. With that amount of damage, they didn't die. That's insane. That was incredibly sus. I've never seen damage get that high and somebody survive like a Superman uppercut. That was weird. That was really weird. Maybe a perk combo? I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was weird. Even Zion says there was something off with that because, like, if you go back and you watch some of our earlier matches tonight, or just, like, matches in general, like, I've been able to KO people as Superman when they're a damage of, like, 140, 128, 104. Like, I was hitting those guys really hard and they weren't dying. I don't think you got that many, fights, Zion, did you? Zion, you got 3? Okay. Alright, who's, Jupiter? What's your name? You still up? That was 3? Oh, okay. That was 3. Alright. Yeah, it shows I'm out of it. So we had 1 victory, 2 losses. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm gonna do the rifts or something. I thought Jupiter was there, but maybe they had to bounce. Yeah, I had no mods earlier tonight. There was a lot of weird stuff happened during the zoneless zoner thing. People were getting way off topic with stuff, and it was leading to people like making wild accusations, and some people got banned. Pretty sure. You want to do some riffs? Sure, why not? I'll send you the invite, Zion. Because we have a couple of these to do. Surf's up. Crushing. The only thing I'm doing in the rifts, though, is I'm just trying to, complete my objectives. Oh, shoot, I forgot to, did I unlock my newest, thing? Wow, that didn't work out well. Shark Week, yeah, there it is. Okay. Well, that was random. That was random. Just 2 more riffs, yo. 2 more riffs and we get Agent Smith. 2 more. No, Jago, I'm not mad at you, man. I'm just saying, I had 1 mod, and it was just it went crazy on that stream. People were using banned words that I literally blocked from my channel, so I have no idea how they were writing stuff. That was concerning. I literally have an entire list of 100 words that people cannot type. So I have no idea what YouTube is doing. Alright, we're in the rifts. Send the invite to... I don't know. Is that Zion? I sent the invite. I think that's Zion. No, I appreciate... You're an ultimate, Droggle. I'm not mad at you at all, man. I know you work hard and you have a lot of stuff you do. It was insane. It was pretty crazy. Can I keep playing as Matrix Superman, or do I have to... Oh, good. I can still be Matrix Superman. Edit gems. Purple. Whatever. Cool, cool, cool. Fight. I'm just trying to get as many views as possible on the stream, and then I gotta bounce and go to Paper Mario. You have a car inspection tomorrow? Shoot.
I'll make this quick.
Wait, Droggle, aren't you in Canada?
Come right. I am Moto Toto. Regret to inform you that Moto Toto does not work with clowns.
Do you guys have car inspections in Canada? I thought that was just a US thing.
Match point for blue team.
I won't go down that easy.
And it depended on the state.
Just for you.
Because when I lived in Illinois and I had my driver's license, they didn't have car inspections. When I moved to Boston, they had car inspections, and then they had car inspections in Pennsylvania.
There is a superhero in all of us. We just need the courage to put on the cape.
Huh. I didn't know that. That's interesting. No, I have to play Shaggy. Win without attacks or specials. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't care. If you gotta bounce, you can bounce. I don't expect any crazy stuff happening on Paper Mario or anything like that. Paper Mario is gonna have very few people. It's gonna be a very chill stream.
Meet my friend, Mr. Hammer.
All right.
And they call me a clown.
Oh, I'm going after the wrong Harley. I'm sorry.
You've got insurance, right?
Yay.
Point for blue team.
Ow, that sucks.
Man, these 3-hour streams, man, I'll tell you what.
And they call me a clown.
Boink. Oh. Yeah, good enough. Da, 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 da. Okay, how many do we have left? Okay, this one. Sure, whatever. You've been playing Zelda? That's cool. No worries. I'm gearing up for Paper Mario, so if you guys want to hang with me, I'm going to be here for a while. And don't worry, all that stuff I was talking about is out of my system because I've already vented about what happened during the Zenless Zone thing. So my Paper Mario thing is going to be very, very laid back. My problem is, because I have ADD and stuff, like, when I get annoyed with stuff, I just can't let it go. I have to, like, talk in circles around it until I feel better.
Match point for blue team.
I don't know if all ADD people are like that, but like when I get really angry or I have to talk about it, like when it happens, or I never talk about it. Like, and I don't care how it comes out. I just have to get it out, I guess. I don't know. So that's just how I am with that. Daily gem. I want to keep playing as Joker because I can. What does this thing say? Auto? Auto what? Auto what? Auto what? Auto what? Oh, I see. So if you hit the auto button, it brings the right gems in. That's interesting. That's handy. Do I have the sound muted again? Okay, I don't.
We may have our ups and downs, but we may
Oh, I hate being interrupted. That's my biggest pet peeve, is being interrupted. I don't like it.
And they call me a clown.
What's funny is, like, most of the people saying, like, mean stuff about me on the internet, a lot of it has to do with my, like, ADD and stuff. And Amber being a normal, living with a abnormal. Because, like, Amber doesn't have any learning disabilities. She doesn't have any ADD. She doesn't have Asperger's or autism or anything. She's perfect. I, on the other hand, I got the bum end of the stick. So, a lot of my things where people say I'm toxic to my wife, and they've literally created, like, all this Reddit nonsense about me. A lot of that stems from my ADD. Like, it's, you know, they're like, how dare somebody talk to his wife like that, or all this other stuff. I say stuff bluntly, not because I don't like Amber. It's just, I say everything bluntly. It's just, it's how I am. It's how my brain works. It's not my fault, it's just how it is. It's always been that way. It will always be that way. Because when you have that stuff, other people have, like, a precaution when they talk. ADD people always have a green light. There's no stop sign. It's always go, 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 go. So we say what we're going to say, and then we're done. And then we go on to the next thing, you know? So, I mean, that's a drawback to having ADD or ADHD or whatever the heck it's called now. Is it's a superpower and it's a kryptonite at the same thing. Like, I've said a lot of things that I didn't mean to say to Amber over the entirety of our marriage. And a lot of that is just, like, either miscommunication or, like, I said something without thinking. Same thing with school. Like, I got suspended and I got detention a lot for, you know, back-talking my teachers. And doing things that I shouldn't. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but, you know, I didn't think it through correctly because I couldn't. Like, it happened too fast. Like, there's no pause. But the good thing about ADD is it's a superpower because Amber can't multitask. I can. I can do 9 things at once. She can't. She sees, like, doing the laundry and the dishes at the same time as an impossibility, and I see, how much time do I have before the next stream? I got 30 minutes? Okay, I'm going to go do the dishes. While the dishes are going, I'm going to go do the laundry, plus I'm going to eat dinner, plus I'm going to advertise the stream, plus I'm going to text my dad real quick. So I'll do like 3 or 4 things at a time, and she's having trouble doing just one thing, and it stresses her out. And then when she sees me doing multiple things, it stresses her out because she can't do it. And that's easy for me. Like, it's, you know, it's really easy. She'll go up to bed sometimes because I'm doing the dishes, and she said she was going to do the dishes, but she couldn't do it. And just seeing me do the dishes is upsetting to her because, like, she wants to do them, but she just can't. Because she doesn't have enough time. She sees, like, time as, like, something that she doesn't have a lot of, when I can regulate time because I can use my time wisely because it's my superpower. I can do, like, 9 things at once. which I think makes me a good streamer, is because I'm able to multitask. I can, you know, do the chat. I can be the chat moderator. I can be the streamer. I can do the gameplay. Can do all this other stuff. And you would think, wow, this would make you really tired and stuff. It's like, no. It's like when somebody talks really slow to me, when I'm like in like the fast lane, and Amber gets up, and if she comes on the Paper Mario stream, I'm gonna fall asleep, because you watch, like, I'm going a mile a minute, she's gonna come in here and she's just gonna talk really slow, and then I'm gonna zone out because I live in the fast lane, and she doesn't drive in the fast lane, like, with her thoughts. Like, she's very articulate and smart and cute, but it takes her a while to get her thing out, you know? And that's fine, you know. Amber and I are two different people. Like, we have two different brains. I have an abnormal brain, and she has a normal brain. I can do many, many things at once, and she can't. She even says, like, I get overwhelmed by the chat sometimes because there's so much going on. It's like, there's a lot of stuff going on in the chat right now. I see what you guys are doing. It's like, I can't always respond 100% because my gameplay will suffer. Not that my gameplay hasn't suffered all night anyway, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm aware of what's going on, and I can kind of moderate things, and if things get too bad, I time people out or ban people or whatever. I was the moderator erasing comments and stuff on the Genshin Impact stream thing because I didn't have a mod on. Like, if I had a mod on, they would have taken care of all the stuff that was happening in the stream where we had, you know, somebody come in and make outlandish allegations and other things like that, and it was starting to turn the chat because they were acting like a psychopath. We had an SJW come in, and they were doing insane stuff on an anime game that had no relevance to anything they were talking about, but we didn't have a mod staff on, so I was the mod. I took care of it. You know? She can't do that kind of stuff. It's hard for her to do more than one thing when she's focusing on the one thing she's doing. She can't do it. And that's because there's nothing wrong with her. She has no autism, she has no Asperger's, she has no ADD, she's perfect. Well, her brain is perfect. And I get pretty jealous of that sometimes. I do, because it's like, what is it like to be a normal person? Because I'm not. I'm blunt, I'm mean. I can do several things at once. I can run a business. I can do the job of like 8 people. But it has its drawbacks because, you know, I've gotten in trouble a lot with how I talk. Game developers, journalists, fans. I jump the gun quite a bit. When I think somebody's committed a grave sin, I go after them. I apologize later if I was in the wrong, but I don't hold back. You guys see that. Like, I literally go after people. I don't care. Amber's more reserved. I'm not. If I think that you're a bad guy, I call it as I see it. You know what I mean? I don't give you the benefit of the doubt, no matter how long you've been a subscriber or whatever.
You were just the setup.
Great job.
Shaggy's my main. I don't play Velma. I'm kind of forced to play Velma in this rift right now. Alright, that rift is done. So we just have one more to do, and then I gotta jump. Actually, do I really need to do this one? I don't think so. What does this even give me? This doesn't give me anything, does it? Nope. I think we're good. We're almost at the 3-hour mark for the stream anyway. So if you guys want another stream, you know the drill, 1,000 views. I have to jump off because I got to get to Paper Mario. I'm super late. How come I rarely use face cam? I don't like it. That's why. I don't like it. I used Facecam for a while. People said I wasn't expressive enough because they're expecting a New Yorker to be expressive. I don't know what to tell you. I used Facecam for about a year, 5 years ago, and I had all these people whining, and I was just like, I'm done. Yeah, thank you, Zion. Appreciate that. It was fun playing with you, too. Alright, guys, so get the stream up to 1,000 views. I will unlock Agent Smith tomorrow. I gotta jump because I have a prior engagement, and I need to take care of that. I'm already making that poor lady wait, and I don't want to make her wait anymore. So this stream got over 800 views. That's the best we can do. So good luck, guys. That's the rule. 1,000 views for another stream. So good luck, and I'll see some of you on Paper Mario in about 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes.